record because you never know the great stuff.
Recording in progress. How are you doing?
Hey, it's all good. I've joined a funk band.
Oh wow! What are you
Yeah.
playing?
No, I sing.
You sing?
Yeah. Just I before the pandemic, like I was doing some stuff. Um, I'm trying to sort the size of my head out now.
Okay.
Yeah, before the pandemic, I like every year I kind of did this thing with this band. It's just like in the summer they just go like, okay, everybody gets together. I don't even think we rehearse. We just turn up, we do some covers. And they gave me a call again. And it was like, all right, great. Because that fitted in with my plan of like, okay, now that I'm over the cancer, I want to get back out there and do stuff. I was just gonna get an acoustic guitar and just go to some open mics and just do like, yeah, a bit of that. But then, I got on with the writing and like park that. And then they got a call and go like, hey, come down. Yeah, the gigs are in a month's time. So yeah, just doing some bit of James Brown, a bit of Marvin Gaye, a bit of Temptations. It'll be fun. For the brass section, it'll be great.
Oh my goodness! I love funk. I love brass. It's amazing. So you're doing a bit of James Brown. What James Brown are you doing?
In fact, if you give me a second, I will tell you all the songs that we're covering, because I've had to print out the lyrics in it. So, um, we got Marvin Gaye, "I Want You." That got ditched. Actually, it's too high for me. I just went like, nah. Because I'm a bass baritone, and that's a bit of falsetto, so it's like, nah. So it's between. I said like, anytime a singer's ego gets too large, just get them to sing a song that's out of their key, and they'll sort them out. Uh, James Brown, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, doing Stevie Wonder, "I Wish," doing Cloud Nine by the Temptations. We're doing Gil Scott Heron the Bottle, and Curtis Mayfield, "Move On Up." And there's a Will Smith song called "Getting Jiggy with It," but
Hit you with it.
basically,
Na 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 na
yeah.
na
So,
na
but
na
basically,
na.
I'm not doing any Will Smith lyrics, and I'm making up my own. And because the brass section's great, they're just jamming. I'm just gonna make stuff up as I go along. I just say, and I'm just saying, getting funky with it instead. So, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Oh, that's
Anyway,
fantastic.
anyway, I've had this fantastic idea, and I think you're going to be into this.
Yeah,
How do you feel about doing a a regular podcast with me
yeah,
about happiness?
yeah. I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I want to call it "Happiness is Easy," which is because it's a lie. It isn't. But you know, and like we have these chats. It's just a case of like, right, we'll just record them. And I'll do the editing and put some funky music at the beginning, something funky at the end. And like every week, we just pick something is bound to come up in it, and then we'll go like, that's worth talking about. You know?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I do a podcast already. I don't know if you've heard it. It's quite a niche, quite intellectual podcast about literature from the late 19th and early 20th century. Um, but yeah, I love podcasting. I listen to them all the time.
Yeah,
I make one regularly. So yeah, I'm really into that idea. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, logistically, I just thought, right, okay, because I've done some before, and it really has just been the case. Like, okay, there's Zoom, and get and take the video and the audio, and like I put the audio. If there's any noise in the audio, I put it through the equipment that I've got to make sure all the clicks and pops or whatever it sounds all right, and that's it. Pow, done.
See, we record on Audacity and use that for editing. Um,
Okay,
but you've probably got more sophisticated stuff with all your
sophisticated. Well, yeah, basically, from a technological point of view, what is easier than this?
what then Zoom.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. and it also limits you to 40 minutes, which is probably about the right time to get enough stuff
Yeah,
to edit for a podcast.
yeah, because like that's it, and yeah, that do it that way. So yeah, how does that sound? Sound cool?
Yes, it does. Yeah, very much. So, what was your title? Did you say?
Happiness is easy.
Happiness is easy.
Because it isn't. That's the joke. So,
Yeah, yeah, I like it. Yeah, yeah. I'm
you know, and I think we both come from different perspectives, and it's just like okay, just give that a
yeah,
go.
yeah,
So
yeah,
because I was doing I did one before, and I've done I've done stuff by myself, and just thought but me and you, the vibe is great. So like
yeah. That's really nice because I was thinking about this yesterday about doing another podcast, but on my own about more stuff to do with that. What you've just suggested, and then I thought, no, podcasts are better when you've got two people chatting. That's the
exactly.
that's the interesting bit.
Exactly.
And also, I really love the podcast where you get people coming from really different views. Like, I like the political podcast where you get someone from Labour and someone from
Yeah,
Conservative.
yeah. Like the rest is politics. So
Yeah,
they got
yeah,
two different
exactly.
angles.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah, yeah,
that one.
yeah,
And
yeah,
there's another one called Electoral Dysfunction, where they've got three women from different political parties,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
they can all
yeah,
have a nice conversation, and it's really
yeah, yeah,
interesting because you hear their different perspectives, and
yeah,
that's very engaging.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, that'd be a great idea.
yeah. Yeah. So I think the next stage is to test it out, and pick a day that is or a time slot that on a regular that you can do.
Well, this is actually quite a good time slot for me. Sorry for not emailing you before sending you a link to say
It's
yes.
all right. It's all
Um,
right.
but yeah, this is quite a good time, Wednesday morning.
Yeah, 9:30. All right, cool.
I haven't got any clients or anything on a Wednesday morning. I'm normally just writing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, 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 yeah,
anything to interrupt writing is a good thing.
yeah, 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 yeah. All right then. Okay. Well, all right. So that's next week planned out. Now to the more serious things. Are you okay? I mean, if you think we go like, oh, I've been ill. I've been in hospital. Ah.
Yeah, I was in the hospital for 3 weeks over Christmas. I unfortunately wore silly socks, walked up the stairs, fell down the
Ah.
stairs, broke 4 of my ribs, pierced my lung, injured my brain, and I was in hospital for nearly 3 weeks. So
Flipping heck. Well, lay off
yeah,
the Christmas socks. Lay off the Christmas socks. It's not good.
yeah. So I was in I had my Christmas dinner in Stoke Mandeville Hospital.
Oh dear, oh dear. With all the trimmings.
Yeah, yeah. They weren't so good. But it was actually it was an unfortunate experience and very painful and stuff. But it was actually really nice because I met so many people that wouldn't normally come into my life, and
Yeah,
also I saw how brilliantly people worked together in the hospital. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
everyone was part of the team. It was so nice to see. Like the cleaners and the porters, they were so
yeah, yeah,
important,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they were so good and so caring. You know, they were chatting to me every day. We were having a laugh
yeah,
every day.
yeah,
They were brilliant. It was
yeah.
lovely. They
Yeah,
were,
and that is a thing. That is a thing that the Conservative government doesn't understand, right? Because the Conservatives, they don't use the service because they all go
no,
private.
they go private. Yeah,
They go private, so they don't understand the service. They don't understand the camaraderie that's necessary for these things to function. They just go like, well, there's economies that can be made. There's some savings that can be made. Da 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 da. Yeah, you try driving a three-wheeled car. You're not going to get very far, are you? You need a bit of slack in the system. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I thought that way beforehand, and now that like my son's a doctor, I see it even more. It's just like, come on.
yeah. It's such an amazing service, and it really shows how people can work together, and it also shows what motivates people as well. It's not about money. Both my parents work for the NHS. My mum was
Yeah,
a medical secretary, and my dad was an audiologist. And
yeah,
they both love it. And I just saw it working. It was people at their best,
yeah.
just
Absolutely, absolutely,
being kind, helping each
absolutely.
other out.
And but the thing with being kind is that you need space to be kind. Yeah, because after a while, if there's so much pressure on individuals, the kindness dissipates.
Yeah, if you put people under targets and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you can't just be yourself, can you?
Yeah. You can give. I think stuff like the NHS, like you can have guidelines because you don't know. Just like you can't some things you can't predict. Oh, there's been a car crash. All right, okay. You can't go like, oh well, we're only expecting 3 car crashes in November. So like, oh, and it sounds to be 5. So you two, I'm sorry. Can you come in January because our targets say that we got space then? Is that all right? What about my leg?
Yeah, I think the NHS works like being a parent, where
Yeah, yeah,
you're dealing with unexpected things all the time, and you
yeah,
just need to
yeah,
be prepared for the whole lot. And
yeah,
you can be as prepared as you like, but
yeah,
something
yeah,
might go wrong. You get the kids
yeah,
all ready to go out, and suddenly one of them fills
yeah.
their pants.
That's it. That's just the facts. That's the best analogy going. That really is the best analogy going. That's definitely, yeah. And so the nanny state. Ooh. But you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. But it really is. And I think it's I think Obama tried to bring in something in America is like that the people making the laws about when he was trying to do Obamacare, what he tried to do. I don't know. I think no way he got it through. Is that you had to? It was even for the senators because senators like the Republican senators they say like no to Obamacare because they'd all go private. So they wouldn't use the service. The same thing that happens over here. So he was trying to do a law that like, oh no, you can't just like, vote on this and not use the service. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically saying like if you go private, then you can't vote on this.
Yeah. It was a
Because
bit
because
like
it's yeah, easy to go like, yeah, there, yeah, them over there.
yeah, I'm not going to use it. It's like Rishi Sunak saying, going to university isn't a sign. He said something like, "You don't have to go to university to have a successful life." And I was like, "You're
Yeah.
teaching your kids that, right, Rishi?" Of course,
Yeah.
he's not.
And like when you hear him talking about houses, it's going like, oh yeah, well I got well, I remember getting the keys to my first flat, and then like admitting to say that he got like £1 million loan off his like parents, like to get his first house. It's like just ignore that. Just ignore that. Just not. Don't
And
worry
then he
about
married
that.
a billionaire.
No,
Yeah,
nothing to see here. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Okay. Now, Dominic, what should we do a podcast on Substack because that um sends it out to all the providers, or should we put it on Substack and YouTube, or should we do it on video as well as because then I'm going to have to do makeup, isn't it?
Keeping it natural. Keeping it natural. Well, well, what we could do. Why limit ourselves, right? So if we capture all 3, we can then decide what. So like we might go like say we record this like yeah I'm a bit red today. You're going makeup nah. So but if we record it we could go like okay we can go Substack and YouTube. We can go like initially Substack, then after like a month we'll put it out on YouTube.
Well,
Audio only. Audio
about
only.
the thing is about YouTube. I think it's a really good idea because I'm just starting. I'm going to start next week actually. A booktube on YouTube where I'm talking about
Oh, okay.
psychology books. And I was saying to my friend Caroline that I do the podcast with,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna have to put makeup on and do my hair and everything like that. And she went, just don't,
Nah,
because
don't bother. Keep it natural. Keep it
just go,
natural.
this
Keep
is
it
what I
natural.
look like. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
what does Mary
yeah, yeah,
Beard do? She does all right. She just
yeah,
turns out I'm a middle-aged woman. What's the point? It's kind of like, this is what I
yeah,
look like. And
yeah,
actually,
yeah,
speaking up for other women is kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
just going, this is what I look like.
yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah.
not
And in
pretending.
like, we're not doing like
Not on the
fashion tutorials and all that kind of business. Is it? That's not our bag. Our bag is like, okay, this is what I mean, they just, and the other thing
real.
is that everything you read about this stuff is just like, just do it.
Mm.
And people always go like, want to see the journey anyway. So like, over time, things will get slicker. I'll be less red. you know, the
I can
background
see
might
your book,
change.
Kate. I can see your books between the headphones
Do
and
you
the,
know what I mean?
yeah, because
Yeah, every
your
once in a while it
background
just
gets low.
changes. Gets crazy. Hang on, let's see. Hang on. I can't find it now. Where's my zoom? Where's my zoom? Change my backgrounds so you can see the craziness of my room. Oh dear. Anyway, so yeah, you made me distracted now. Right, settings. Oh, there's it. Is it in settings? Add zoom, show. Video. Original ratio. See myself.
I can see it in your glasses.
Zoom apps. Record it. Background. Okay, background and effects. Okay, none. There we
I'm
go.
not in a field.
I'm not in a field anymore. I'm not on
Look at your
location.
room. I like your room. It's got all sorts of stuff going on.
All sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. But I'm completely red because I could never sort of like sort out the I don't know how I look on these things. It automatically does some weird stuff. Oh dear. Anyway, whatever. So that's what the room looks like. Books, CDs. Remember CDs?
Yes, I've
I
got a
mean,
lot of them.
so
Both
yeah.
when I got married like 20 years ago, both
Mhm.
my husband and I had the same number of CDs each. Like
Excellent. And the same ones.
we had 300 CDs each, I think, and and we didn't have that many duplicates. So suddenly our music collection
Okay.
went, whoa. We did have some, but not loads. I
One
was
Christmas,
more
I tell you
into
this.
funk and stuff, and he was more into rock. So,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it became a
So
funk rock
so
house.
so for my recommendation then is a band called Living Color.
Hmm.
They do funk and they do rock combined. You might like that. Living
Yeah.
Color.
I think I've heard of them, but I'll look them up.
Yeah.
We've gone on Spotify now because
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like my son bought me a subscription to that, and it's been really quite good actually. You know.
I love it.
Stuff.
I love it because whenever you think of anything, you can just go.
Yeah. You
And
got
so then
different
we've got
playlists for all
little
sorts of
speakers
stuff.
all around the house, and you can play stuff in different
Yeah.
rooms. And things.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. Yeah. Anyway, so okay, that's really cool. So what should we do? I'm actually away next week, but I should be online.
Okay.
It's the first time me and my husband are going on holiday without the kids.
Woo! And
Yeah,
you're gonna you want to disrupt that, do you? With a Zoom.
yeah, I do. Well, I'm free because we've got loads of time, and I don't think the weather's going to be great. So we're basically having a reading week. We're going to take our books. We've got the dogs with us, and we're going to go.
Right.
We're in Dorset. We're not going anywhere.
All right, cool. All right. We'll
So
give
I
it a
can
go.
do it.
And it was
There's no harm in doing that. Um,
so I'll send you the link, yeah? Because you'll be on a laptop, won't you? In the
yeah,
middle of nowhere.
yeah.
And so I'll send you the Zoom link for that.
Yeah, that's great. So if you just record it, then you're going to do the editing because you've got all the editing.
Yeah. I'll do the
Are
editing.
you fine to do that?
Yeah. Like I'm a musician. I've been doing music for 40 years.
I know you
Literally.
are.
I'll be, you know, I can, you know, I'll sort it out. But
You
it should
can
be all
edit.
right.
You can edit.
I can edit. I can edit.
It's
But
your
it
thing.
don't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, we'll, you know, and visually, you know, after a month we'll put it out. We'll put the audio out, and then a month later we'll go like, here's what we actually look like. And I'll go, we want the audio version.
I don't know if you can, like on Zoom, can you put the screens together so that you're both like half and half, so it can show us talking to each other?
Oh, well, actually, they might be able to. I don't know. I'll look into it. Do you know what? I'm sure you can do that on Zoom Pro. Do you know what I mean? The Pro version.
Have you got that?
No, I haven't.
That yet.
I'll look into it. That's my homework for the next week.
Okay. Because
I'll look into
with
it.
my clients, I tend not to use Zoom anymore. I use Google Meets, but I don't think you can record on that. I haven't
Google
looked
Meet.
into it.
Does that do the split screen? Does that do split screen?
No, it works like this, I think.
Oh, I'll look into it. I will look into it. Leave that with me.
Is that your homework?
That's my homework.
Okay.
Whatever. Because yeah, I've been talking about split screens because I saw I've been into, it's weird. I've been getting into rom-coms, right? Since the cancer treatment, you know, there's always change. There's always one of the changes you never talk about. Like, actually, I appreciate rom-coms now. Don't know why, but like my thing is like, because the stories never change, but it's how they tell you the stories does. So I saw one, and they had split screens all the time. Like, you know, and I was just going crazy about it. If they, but they never did a diagonal one. I was just waiting. If they do a diagonal one, I was going to lose my mind. Oh,
I hadn't noticed that they do the split screens.
Yeah, well, but it's, you know, rom-coms, they are all basically the same. When it's like, right, okay,
Yeah.
But then like recent ones I saw this, like they've been using a lot of split screen, and also they've been using a lot of like people talking on the on the phones, which is cheap, really. You know, you only have to film one person. You don't have to film two people. It makes it easy, whatever.
You can just cut it together. Yeah, it is cheap.
Yeah. So, you know, from that point of view, it's like, yeah, but yay, split screens.
Trying to get into
So that we'd really be at cutting edge then if we could do some split screen stuff. People would tune in just for that. Just for that. Just like, yeah. Wow. Cutting edge. Yeah. We never knew.
That would be good. So what when you say happiness is easy, and we're saying that it's not, but it's possible. Like maybe
it's possible. So yeah, so basically, I think the way around source material could probably just be right. There's either going to be things like, oh, I've observed this, and this is my response to it, or we look at some, you know, contemporary stuff about, like, okay, you know, we might even go like, oh, for instance, Rishi Sunak is doing X, Y, and Z. Is it making him happy? Why is he really doing this stuff? Is he sabotaging the whole thing because somebody's pissed him off?
They can go to California.
Yeah, I mean, look, come on. You have a media suite that costs $2 million. I'm going to call a snap election, not tell my party, and do it in the rain. Come on. I mean, hey, actions speak louder than words.
Very deep. I'm coming right back.
All right.
I'm still here. It's just that I'm just in my kitchen. Sorry, I'm still here because I'm in my kitchen.
Yeah,
I was just getting some more tea.
So I mean, you know, with people's like, you know, like especially people you talk, they go like, right, it's not the words, it's the actions, right? And I do a thing that, like, my wife always pisses my wife off. I always go like, let's look at person A and person B, or object A and object B. Let's take the personalities out of it. So I'm just going like, okay, person A makes an announcement that affects his whole company, doesn't tell them, you know, then what is the worst way to broadcast this to the world, right? What are the optics, the worst possible optics? It's raining. You're not looking prime ministerial. You're not looking like chief CEO. You're looking like a drowned rat. And you could have gone to that room over there, right? That room over there, who your predecessor built. Maybe you thought it had some bad vibes to it or something. You could have got in there.
Or at least in the garden, or had an umbrella.
Or had an umbrella. Anyway, you know. But and then you go like, actually, maybe he's just being vindictive and going like, right, all the people, because the party never voted for him, did they? They wanted, he got it by default. Because he was going like, he was up against Liz Truss, and he was going like, Liz Truss has no sound economics about her. Vote for me. And they went like, nah, she reminds us of Thatcher. We'll have her. And he goes, she's going to ruin the economy, right? And she ruins the economy. And he goes, I told you so. And they give it to him by default. And so he's just going like, you never wanted me in the first place. You keep plotting behind my back. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'm gonna burn the place down. All you people plotting behind my back, see how you like this.
Or lose your jobs.
Yeah, you're all gonna lose your jobs. I'm fine because I'm going to California. You know, he's got one of those what's those bikes? They're not pedalos, what are they called? Pelotons. Pelicans are not, you know, Peloton, you know the bikes I mean, the electronic ones, right? Well, apparently the data, everyone's data who rides those bikes is available online.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is what I heard. Somebody had looked up Rishi Sunak's.
He doesn't use it, does he?
Right. No, he doesn't use it. Right. You know, because he says, oh, like he gets on it at 4:30 in the morning and it doesn't work out before he goes, doesn't use it. Right. The last time he used it, right, he hasn't used it for months. Last time he used it was immediately after, right, he did the drowning rat thing in the rain, right? He went on the Peloton, right? And the ride he did was California. He did 5-mile hills in California. That's what he did. He was out. So that's the info that we have. He did a drowned rat style out in the public, worst possible launch ever. Then gets on his Peloton bike and pretends he's running in California. And he's just going like, I'm going to burn this place down. I'm going down. You don't like me. I'm taking everybody with me.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening, isn't it?
Must be. I mean that D-Day thing, that's a classic. It's like
not going.
It's been in the diary for 80 years. 80 years has been in the diary. All right, you know, like every year, same time, D-Day, good stuff happens. Be ready. Be ready.
I've got another engagement.
Yeah.
You see, I did wonder about that. We could talk about this sort of thing because I wondered because David Cameron, I struggle to call him Lord Cameron.
Lordy.
He got the photo ops, didn't he?
Yeah. He's loving it, isn't it? It's actions.
He might have advised him. He might have said, "Yeah, go home, Rishi. I got this.
Yeah, I got this. Rishi, baby, I'm your guy. Don't worry about it. I know you got a lot of you got the proper work to do. This is just photo ops. It's just me hanging out with my old crew, with the old gang. I ain't seen him in a while. I know my time in this job's limited. I know Labour are coming in. It's just probably the last time I'm going to chin wag with these guys. Macron, wow. Hey, I'm going to be unemployed in a bit. Can you sort me out? Biden, my man. Get on the US. You got something for me? You want to see my CV? I'm quite good at photographs. Oh dear.
Because if he'd been any good as an advisor to his boss, he would have said, "No, stay. It's really important. It's really important."
No, but they're all.
And he was like, No, you go. I'll do it.
But you can't get, I think, especially in the Conservative Party, you can't reach the upper echelons of politics without having a bit of backstabbing about you.
Oh, that's a sad thing to say.
It is, but I think I said, you know, I think it's very hard. It's very hard not to, because of the way the system is, especially in the Conservative Party. You know, I think it might be different if you got, for even for Labour, you know, you don't, you know, you can go like, you can get Angela Rayner coming along going like, nah, this is not how we do it. We do it like this. I see Angela Rayner very much as like the soul of the beating heart of the Labour Party, whilst you've got Keir Starmer going
She's
like,
amazing. I love her.
I need to do this song and dance to get us elected. Hey, I'm keeping it tepid for you. There's nothing going on here. Nice and tepid. Lukewarm milk. Don't worry about it.
I've got 3 friends standing for election this year,
Oh, excellent.
and one of them is going to get it, I think. She's Jane Kirkham, who's standing for Truro and Falmouth. She's amazing. She's been one of my best mates for 25 years, 30
Cool.
years actually now.
All right. Yeah,
35 was 5 years ago. And she's fantastic. She's standing for Labour, and she's had them all down there. They've all been going on TV with Jane. Last time she got the biggest swing to Labour from a safe Tory seat in the last election, and this time she's going to get it. She's so far ahead. She's been a councillor down there for 5 years, so it's really exciting. So I'm going to be in Westminster having lunch a lot.
Hey, we'll do a podcast from there.
Yeah, do a podcast from Westminster.
Yeah. Just go like, what have you can ask her some questions like, hey, how was it from a mental point of view, the challenge? Because like my daughter's into politics, and it's like, okay, and I think people into politics, they're built a particular way, you know. I mean, there's some of the aspects of it which is like, it's like a game on one level. On one level, it's like, okay, I want to get stuff done, but on another level, it's like there's game aspects to this. I'm scoring points, and I think especially in the Conservative Party, they are going like, I'm working with you today, but I'm going to stab you in the back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm quite sure
with them.
I'm quite sure Cameron was going like, I got this, Rishi, no worries, because Cameron wasn't expecting it. He was doing his own thing, you know, twiddling his thumbs, being unemployed. They're going like, Cameron, come back, be Foreign Secretary. Really? Wow. And I get to be a Lord?
No one could believe it when that happened, did they?
I can't believe it. And like he's going like, even he can see, right, well, even if Conservatives win, they're not going to want to keep me doing this, you know, because I'm too good.
Dominic, I'm just going to tell my husband what I'm doing, because he's just going out. Trev, I'm talking to Dominic. We're just talking about the podcast that we're going to do. Cool. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, bye. You too. Bye.
Bye, Trev. Catch you later, Trev. But I think it's very good. I mean, you know, people watching, and like, you know, it's like when you turn the sound down, you're just like, okay, let's look at the actions. You like that thing I do person be like, Cameron has had an opportunity he never thought he'd get again. So when he looks back, goes like, oh wow, my prime time, when I was at my peak, I had that statesman status on the world stage. It's gone now. Nobody knows who I am. No one's cared about my autobiography. No one knows if I've even written one. Then, I'm back. And it's only for a certain number of months. I'm going to flaunt this, baby. I'm all in. Dig out the old suits. Look at that. Tailored, looking great. You know, specifically made. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom.
Do you know, Dominic, I couldn't believe the state of politics when I was actually quite relieved to see David Cameron walk back in.
You know what I mean?
And I just thought, oh my God, when you think...
The sensible people are back.
Oh my God, the grown-ups have returned.
You know what I mean?
Stop the kids messing up.
Yeah. And I think it's very interesting.
I'm a Cameron fan. I've never voted Tory.
Yeah,
in my life and never will.
You just go,
but yeah. Just like...
Yeah. And something I heard was on, was it that Rory Stewart, and like he does that podcast,
Like
that lecture.
him.
Yeah, and he said something like why he left the Conservative Party. He said like, okay, because Boris Johnson became the leader, and he went, I'm out. Because he goes like, there's nothing about Boris Johnson that says I'm a great prime minister. So they've gone like, so Rory Stewart went like, okay, the Conservative Party are putting getting elected above everything. About morals, everything. They just picked someone who they knew could get him to win, but has no substance. And like everybody goes like, oh, Boris is a great campaigner, but given the day-to-day stuff to like have his know what's going on anywhere, he can't do it.
No.
Oh dear. Yeah.
So, are we gonna talk about politics on the Happiness is Easy?
Well, don't know. We can talk about whatever we like.
Yeah, I think because happiness is politics does have something to do with it.
Absolutely, because it does affect your happiness, and the approach that I've just mentioned has got nothing actually to do with politics.
No,
Because what I said about Rishi, I'm going like, right, okay, on a personal level, it could have been the Labour person who's got like, or Green's gone like, right, I have been treated a certain way. You people who I'm supposed to be working with, who I'm in charge of, you have all treated me a particular way. I am going to get my revenge, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's Julius Caesar, Ides of March style, isn't it?
yeah,
That's all it is. It's just like, okay, oh, now, all right, you've been behind my back, backstabbing me, chatting nonsense about me. Okay, all right, that you want to change? I'm gonna burn the whole lot down, and I've got my escape route. I'm going after California, and I got more money than you can dream of. I don't care.
I'm richer than the king.
Exactly.
Oh.
You can't touch me. You can't touch me. All you can do, you've annoyed me so much, I'm going to wreck it. And I don't care because I've got more. You can't touch me. I'm super rich. So
Yeah,
he might,
that is his
there might,
story, isn't it?
there might be elements of all of these things.
Mm.
Right? All of
We're
these
running
things.
out of time. Should we?
Oh no.
Shall I do another thing? Shall I do another? Or do
Have you
need
got
to get on?
Now I've got things to do. I've got things to do. But anyway, so yeah, we're running out of time. So yeah, so next week you're away, so I'll send you the Zoom link.
Yeah.
And then we'll just talk about happiness. And
Okay.
yeah. Do you know what? As a trial run, right? Send me this, and I'll cut it up, and I'll send it back to you.
Okay. You do that. I'll put some notes together about things that we might want to talk about. Not a
and I'll look into split screening.
But I'll put some notes together about things we might talk about, but we don't have to stay on script because the best podcasts that I listen to, they go off script. Because it just turns into a conversation, and that's the most interesting thing to listen to. It's like overhearing conversation. It's really interesting, and you feel like you're in the room with people.
Absolutely. So yeah.
And we need to think of a title. But I like your title, Happiness is Easy.
Yeah. It came to me in a dream, so I normally listen to my dreams.
You should.